it's Brandi Milloy, and I am so excited to partner with Happy Planner to show you how I use their new Happy Home repositionable wallpaper in my powder room. Now, our half bath is one of the first things that guests see, and I've always wanted to deck it out with wallpaper. So I picked up 4 samples to help me decide. This first sample is Alyssa Florals. I love the subtleness of the leaves and the vines. It kind of has this farmhouse vibe. This second one was my husband's favorite. It's like this blue half moon, the gradient colors. It feels very coastal, and it kind of felt like it would just fit right in with our house. This third choice is super bold. It has this beautiful floral line art, and I kind of like how the charcoal color plays off some tile that we have in our kitchen. This final sample, the Rendon Ticking, felt like the safest choice, but I also wasn't sure how the white and the vertical lines were gonna look in our powder room. Ultimately, I chose the Jana Blooms. I felt like it was the most bold, it was really exciting, and if you're gonna go big, the powder room is really the best place to do it. Before you get started, here are the tools you need. A self-healing mat, a yardstick, level, measuring tape, and a utility knife. A wallpaper smoothing tool, which honestly became my best friend, and an extra set of hands could be helpful. So these rolls come in 20.5 inches by 8 feet. So I measured the width and height of every wall in my powder room, found out I needed 7 rolls, but because you should always order a little extra, like 20%, I ordered 9 rolls. First things first, the day before you plan on wallpapering your space, lay out all your wallpaper to flatten it out and help it acclimate to the room. Before you get started, make sure you clear your entire space, and anything you can take off, remove it, like your mirrors, your towel rack, your light plugs, and toilet paper holder. When you're ready to start applying, for each strip of wallpaper, give yourself a few inches on top and bottom before carefully cutting the piece. This will allow you to line the pattern up and give you any extra wiggle room you might need. It was really helpful to have an extra set of hands at the beginning as I was applying the first strip, but then I started to get the hang of it. It's important to use your smoothing tool to help you press the wallpaper against the wall while gently removing the backing. I would stop every 12 inches and use my tool to push the air bubbles out. It's normal to see air bubbles appear while you're applying the wallpaper. You actually might have to keep this smoothing tool around for about a week until your wallpaper settles. When you get to a tricky spot like a plug, an outlet, just press your wallpaper over that spot and then using your utility knife, gently make cuts to cut it out. This is when you really have to use your patience and just take your time as you're cutting away the wallpaper. Use your smoothing tool around it. One of the most satisfying parts is using your utility knife to trim all that excess wallpaper. I am beyond thrilled with how this wallpaper turned out. I am so glad I chose this bold, dark, modern pattern. I feel like it completely elevates the space, brings sophistication, and it really just gives it this like designer appeal. Some big takeaways that I learned through this experience is I'm so grateful that I took my time with this project. Originally, I thought I could do this in a day, and I'm so glad that I took 2 days to do this because it allowed me a little bit of perspective and gave me a chance to really give myself some grace about some of the imperfections. Something else that I learned about removable wallpaper is it's super forgiving. So when you make a mistake, you can readjust it, you can reapply, you can start over, but it really is about practice makes perfect. I hope you love your removable wallpaper as much as I do. I'm dying to find other spaces in my home to transform. If you want to see any behind the scenes or learn more about me and any lifestyle tips and tricks, follow me on Instagram at Brandi Milloy, and I'm just going to hang out in my lovely, modern, bold bathroom. Bye.